The game starts with the yet undisclosed protagonist starting his first day at the Fazbear branch, where he is provided with the option of entering and interacting with different areas, including the backstage, food prep, fast gate, ticket booth, sister location, and staff only room. Each area has its own corresponding activities and animatronic who prove to be a threat if the tasks are not completed to a satisfactory standard. At first, it appears as if these events take place before Security Breach and Ruin, as all the animatronics we see in these games are back up, being fully functional, as if none of the events leading to the complex shutting down have happened yet. On the computer screen, there are many files which are the areas of the Fazbear Entertainment place, with many other sub-files being locked within them. The backstage file includes the arts and crafts, with the daycare attendant who, despite being designed for children, being supposedly patient, is anything but patient, as if the protagonist fails to complete the art and craft, he gets punished by having some timeout. The Fastgate file includes two different mini-games, one being the Phaser Blast and another being Bunk-a-Bun. In the staff room, however, the protagonist comes across the storage room where he finds a frozen Glamrock Freddy, where he needs to be defrosted using a heat gun, being careful not to overheat him. Inside his chest cavity, he holds a special birthday cake for someone called Jimmy, something that has been traditionally used for, before Gregory uses it as a hiding place from all the other corrupted animatronics in the Security Breach game. It's unclear to why Freddy is in the storage room and frozen, to the point that his ocular fluids have been frozen up, preventing him from clearly seeing, not knowing who is the protagonist, mistaking him from a technician. After managing to retrieve the cake for Jimmy, the task is completed successfully, with the protagonist unlocking the locked files, which are more mini-games or tasks. It appears as if the staff-only files chores are tutorials training the protagonist to become accustomed to working here, solving problems which might occur. In the first day training, Helpy is used as a subject to practice medical care on. In the events of Helpy going through painful procedures, he starts screaming, which attracts the attention of free-roaming animatronics known as Pickpatch and Lefty, who crawl through the ventilation intending to harm the protagonist. The only way to quieten Helpy is through administering a gas mask which has calming or anesthetic properties, making Helpy stop screaming. It doesn't take long before small hints are shown of how Glitch Trap is trying to take control of the system and the animatronics, hence explaining the mystery behind how the animatronics in the Pizzaplex and Security Breach became corrupted and hostile, leading to its downfall. It appears that Glitch Trap was most likely the cause of the system failure and security, with the animatronics getting hacked with the assistance of Vanny. Glamrock Freddy's disconnection from the main server was possibly the only reason he became good, as he was detached from the hacked system, allowing him to keep his friendly persona. Playing more and more games, it becomes clear that something wrong is going on in here, as many animatronics seem to be following the protagonist, not being in their designated places, trying to harm him while he has to complete the tasks at hand. After completing several tasks, the protagonist acquires a Faz wrench which he uses to open a door leading to Princess Quest 4 arcade machine, with a menacing poster telling the employees to take their masks off when clocking out. That's when the protagonist checks his face, being shocked that he is wearing something on his face, something he didn't know about before, wondering since when he's been wearing it. As he takes it off, the world that he was in changes, seeing that he is in an abandoned Fazbear Entertainment place, with everything having fallen apart, looking nothing like what he thought he was experiencing. This comes as a horrifying surprise, noticing the mask is a Vanny mask, which transforms the reality, taking the wearer into a digital world. Therefore, the events of the game are taking place after Security Breach and Ruin DLC, the protagonist has been simply tricked into believing everything is normal. After completing several mini-games, he finally has a face-off with Circus Baby, who plays a game of red light, green light with him using a flashlight. If managing to successfully finish the game, Circus Baby congratulates the protagonist, offering him an ice cream, and interestingly, not using her infamous claw to kill the protagonist. That's when all of a sudden, a charging pod appears with what seems to be a human hand emerging out, with several corrupted staff bots attacking the protagonist, which blacks out the screen. That's when the perspective changes, with the protagonist loading up as if being a robot now himself, offering the Vanny mask to no one but Cassidy, the protagonist of the Ruin DLC, depicting that Help Wanted 2 happened simultaneously with the events of the Ruin DLC. So in a way, it depicts the protagonist turned into the mask bot just to hand over the Vanny mask to Cassidy in order to trick her to go to the Mimic and free him. It's not clear who the protagonist truly is and what his fate is, but it could be possible that his consciousness was transferred into one of the bots in order to pass the Vanny mask to Cassidy when she becomes instructed to follow a path leading to the prison of Mimic, which she manages to break through using the mask, letting the dangerous and menacing Mimic out. So whoever the protagonist of Help Wanted was, he was tricked to go to the Pizzaplex and go through a series of long training sessions to become prepared to be the host of Glitch Trap, infiltrating into the consciousness, transferring it into a bot so they can pass the Vanny mask to Cassidy. It's not clear why they had to be trained and prepared, but it's clear these training sessions were necessary, as Circus Baby even congratulates them for passing the tests when they become ready to serve their purpose. It leaves the question to who the person within the charging pod is, having human hands, but it's a possibility it could be Afton, who managed to somehow possess a human body coming back to the physical world in flesh. There are a lot of ambiguities about the game and its story, which I will make some more videos about, so make sure to stay tuned not to miss out on them. It's been your host Star, until the next video, have a fantastic day.